Hey guys, my name is Kirsty and today I'm going to be talking to you about my graphic novel collection. Now, the main booktubers that I subscribe to, they don't read graphic novels apart from Jesse the Reader, he does. And lately I've been looking for some more graphic novel recommendations, so I thought that I would share my collection with you because it's all good talking about books that I enjoy and books that I want to read, but there is more than books out there. There's manga, there's graphic novels, comic books, everything. So I think that's a long enough introduction and let's just get started. So the first one that I'm going to share with you is Witches by Scott Snyder. Now, this is a horror graphic novel and I'll just read the blurb out to you. It says, when the Rooks family moves to the remote town of Litchfield, New Hampshire to escape a haunting trauma, they're hopeful about starting over, but something evil is waiting for them in the woods just beyond town, watching from the trees, ancient and hungry. So I haven't read this yet. I haven't actually read most of the graphic novels in this pile. This looks really intriguing and the artwork is amazing. So there is one. So this is volume 1. This looks absolutely amazing and I think it's going to be one of the next graphic novels that I actually read because it just looks so good. Then we have volume 1 of They're Not Like Us, and this is by Eric Stevenson, Simon Gain, Geordie Biller and Phonographics. Okay. And the blurb for this one is, generation after generation, it's the same old SOS. There's no hope for the future because young people think only of themselves. They have no respect for authority. They think they know everything. They are arrogant. They are reckless. They want to tear the world apart. In a time full of possibilities, yet rife with disappointment, the youth are changing. They look the same, but they act different, think different, and have abilities we can only dream of. They're not like us. The reason I got this is because I'm really intrigued with today's youth. I love reading about youth. I love reading about supernatural abilities, and I love reading about politics. So this looks really interesting. I was going to pick up the second volume yesterday, but I was thinking I haven't even read the first volume yet and I don't know whether I'm going to like it or not, so I didn't pick it up. And the artwork is again amazing. The next one that I have for you is volume 1 of The Wicked and the Divine. Now this caught my attention because it's about gods living on earth, so I'll just read out the blurb for you. It says, every 90 years 12 gods return as young people. They are loved, they are hated. In 2 years they are all dead. It's happening now, it's happening again. Gods on earth sounds a bit like American God, but no, this looks really good and I've heard nothing but just fantastic reviews about it. Again, I haven't read this one. It does look a bit like for the more mature readers. It's still just, I mean, look at that. That looks epic. Next graphic novel I have is volume 1 of Seven to Eternity, and this is by Rick Remender, Jerome Opina and Matt Hollingsworth. And the blurb for this says, the God of Whispers has spread an omnipresent paranoia to every corner of the land of Zal. His spies hide in every hall, spreading mistrust and fear. Adam Acidis, a dying knight from a disgraced house, must choose between joining a hopeless order of magical warriors and mercenaries in their desperate bid to free the world of their evil god, or accepting the god's promise to give Adam everything he's ever dreamed of. All men have surrendered their freedom for fear. Now one last free man must choose between the fate of the world and his own heart's desire. So this is a bit of a sci-fi fantasy graphic novel, and I don't really know what intrigued me about this. I mean, the blurb sounds really interesting, but it's not normally the kind of graphic novel that I would go for. But the artwork again is amazing, and there's blood and there's gore. So we'll see. Again, it's only the volume 1, but just look how good that is. That's really, really good artwork right there. Next one. This is a big pile, okay? Like this is a big pile of graphic novels that I have, so I might actually stop doing the blurbs now and just show you the graphic novels that I have, because there's Goodreads. I mean, you can look at the blurb on Goodreads, yeah? Or is that just me being really lazy? I don't know. But I'll link the book on Goodreads in the description box below, because otherwise this video is going to be like ages and ages and ages long, and we've done 4 graphic novels, so I'm going to stop with the blurbs. So the next ones that I have is the Saga series 1 to 7. Volume 8 is coming out in January. So we have volume 1, volume 2, volume 3, 4, which I've just finished, 5, which I am currently reading, 6 and 7. And Saga's by Brian K. Vaughan, and the artwork is done by Fiona Staples. It's epic, one of the best series that I have ever read, and that's including books. Best series ever. Next one we have is Postal, and this is by Matt Hawkins, Brian Hill, Isaac Goodhart and Betsy Gonia. This is kind of a dark mystery thriller graphic novel, really good, recommend it, and I'm planning on buying volume 2 very soon. Next series that we have is Paper Girls. Oh, here we go, Paper Girls. So we got volume 1 and volume 2, and volume 3 is actually out now. It came out last month, I think, so you can binge read them. Next one we have is Outcast, and this is by I think it's Robert Kirkman, am I right? Yeah, it's by Robert Kirkman, who is the writer of The Walking Dead, so I expect very, very good things from this graphic novel. My hopes are high, so this better not let me down. And this looks really dark. It's about demonic possession, so can't wait to give this a read. Next one is one that, if you are in the graphic novel community, I'm sure you've heard of, and that is Nimona, and this is by Noelle Stevenson, who also contributes to the Lumberjanes graphic novels, and this is about dragons, science, so it's like, again, sci-fi fantasy, and the drawings are very good. Next series that we have is Monstrous, and this is by Marjorie Liu. So we've got volume 1 and volume 2, which has just come out, and the artwork in this is just absolutely beautiful. It's the artwork in this graphic novel that drew me to this series, because it's just incredible, you know, it's absolutely amazing. I haven't started them yet, but again, I'll hopefully get to it soon. Next one we have is one that I've just mentioned, and that is Lumberjanes, and this is by Noelle Stevenson, and this looks cool. I mean, you can tell it's the same type of artwork. Here we go. And this is another fantasy graphic novel. It's about, you know, friendships and mystery and murder, and I think there's 6 volumes at the moment, or 5, I can't remember, but I only have the first volume. Next one we have is volume 1 of Low. Now, I haven't actually heard that much about this series. It's a sci-fi one set in space, I'm gathering from the blurb. Yeah, I haven't actually seen a lot of people talk about this, so I'm intrigued as to whether they're not talking about it because it's not very good, or because not many people have read it. So I don't know. I'll give you a quick peek at the artwork. There we have it. I've just noticed on the back it says, "Low is so rich with beauty yet depressing as hell." Lovely. Can't wait. Next one we have is volume 1 of Injection. Crime fiction, techno thriller, ghost story, tales of horror all at the same time. Awesome. Sounds brilliant. Sneak peek at the artwork. See, I told you we'd be going fast through them now. Now I feel like I'm not giving you enough information about them. It's like, see, you can't win. Next one, volume 1 of Descender, and this is by Jeff Lemire and Dustin Nguyen. I'm so sorry if I butchered that name, but this is about a robot, and that sounds cool. I mean, I'm not one for robots, to be honest, but the premise of this actually did sound really interesting, and again, I've heard really good things about this graphic novel, and I think the 4th volume has just come out in the last few weeks, so I'm very eager to get to this one, see what it's about. Sneak peek at the artwork. We're nearly done. Just this is the last one, okay? Last one. So the last series is the Deadly Class series. So we've got volume 1 here, and then volume 2. So this one is about just youth again, mystery, crime, high school. So that's interesting. So there we have it. That's my graphic novel collection. And the funny thing is, out of all of this pile, I've only read the first 4 sagas, and yet I keep buying graphic novels. There we have it. I hope you liked the video. I know it was a bit all over the place with the, doing the blurbs at the beginning, realising that it would probably mean it would be a half-an-hour video, so not doing the blurbs and then worrying that you're not getting enough information about the graphic novels. This is the trouble with YouTube. You just don't know the middle point, so I thought I'd, just skim through. It's okay. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them in the comments box below, and please subscribe to my channel if you would like notifications for when I post. Click on the bell button below, and I do post every Tuesdays and Fridays, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.